Thank you so much for your understanding and patience yesterday, everybody. I appreciate it. I had to get off the live really, really quickly. This was a phone call that you just don't not answer. But I hope you all enjoyed your full moon. It was beautiful. I live on the East Coast of the United States, and it was absolutely stunning. So I hope that you all got a beautiful view of the full moon over the past couple of days, wherever you are in the world. I mean, we could see it at different times, but the pleasure and the enjoyment of just the experience of every month when a full moon comes around. I love that there's something to celebrate every single month, you know? Welcome to Born Without Boundaries. My name is Michelle. This is my YouTube channel. I read tarot cards and oracle cards. I'm studying astrology, so sometimes I'll have some deeper insights into astrologically speaking, in terms of the cosmos. But for the most part, what I do here right now is talk to people. I love your comments. I love going live. I will be live later on today, maybe toward the mid-afternoon. Yeah, so I'm neck brace free. It's a good day for me. It's freedom. Feels good. It still feels weird. Honestly, it feels like I still have a neck brace on because there's so much swelling still inside. I'm still healing. I learned yesterday at my doctor's appointment that my sutures will actually be inside and not dissolve for months. So just amen to that, man. Healing has begun. I am curious to see what today will bring. And I feel like today, as my girlfriend said yesterday, today is the beginning of a brand new book. She said yesterday she feels like it's not even a chapter that's ended. She says she feels like the book has ended. Like that part of her that doesn't even exist anymore. This is a brand new book. And I feel that too. I feel something happened over this past week with this full moon, and it just really ended the past to a point where, like I was talking about yesterday on yesterday's daily, it doesn't exist anymore. Now it's just the future. And we move forward. Because that's how we move. Let's get into the cards. I use a Talisman and Cauldron deck. This was created by my friend Laura, who owns Talisman and Cauldron. It's a spiritual store in Derby, Connecticut. Her and her partner, China, created this deck. And it has a very interesting voice. I use it for all my dailies. Always start with all the cards reorganized and face up, as I absolutely do read reversals. And this way, for me, I know that I've checked all the boxes. I know that they're supposed to be read that way because it didn't start out that way. That's what I need to do to make sure I start with a clean slate every single day, every single time. So, I'm splitting the deck right now. This is your daily reading for August 16th, 2019. We have literally come over the mountaintop. We are on the other side. How does it look? How does it feel? It doesn't necessarily have to be like, whoa, this is great. Yeah. You know, like it doesn't have to. I'm just letting you know it doesn't have to feel that way. There's no obligation. Like, there's no obligation for this to be like, this is what I've been waiting for my whole life, you know? Like, sometimes it just doesn't start out that way, you know? And honestly, for me, I don't feel like it's even that way. It's like, I was talking about yesterday, a blank canvas. And right now, I don't know the first stroke that I want to lay. I want to think about it for a while. This rest and relaxation period brought on by my surgery has been really perfect for me because it is a reawakening stage. You know, I have the ability. Standing strong in your power, looking into the future and seeing your future, seeing your destiny, knowing that you can create it, able to manifest it and create it yourself. Also, great abundance. through hard work and being recognized, collaboration with others so you're not in this alone, coming out of confusion, making some decisions. Wow. Lots of pentacles here. I feel like there's money rolling in. Opportunities in terms of career development and financial gain. Had a ringing in my ear. Wonder who's talking about me. We'll see. We'll see. Learning and studying. Working hard at working hard at knowing, maybe you're going back to school. Going back to get a certificate. Learning a new skill, learning a new trade. Maybe you're not learning a new anything. Maybe you're just evolving your old talents. A little bit of stubbornness, being stuck. All pentacles. All pentacles. Except for the central card. The Lovers. I don't feel that this is just coming into union with yourself. I do feel like this is coming into union with a soulmate. With a person who you will be collaborating with on this journey and will provide financial abundance and stability. You'll provide your own financial stability. Like that's what I honestly believe in. But I mean, somebody that will be part of this process. Today's energy is very much, it's very new. It's very bold. I gotta say, it's very sure of itself. This energy coming through. But I do see partnership. I'm almost certain of it. This could be speaking of the energy of meeting somebody at work, meeting somebody that you will work with, the two of you having the same interests, like goals. Not just goals, but like the same, like doing the same thing, the same craft, the same skills. Wow. Oh boy, oh boy. More pentacles. I'm shuffling like crazy here. This is all money. Somebody's about to be getting a windfall. It's not just money though. It's success at what you do. It's success at what you've paid attention to. Success at what you really care about. Like what you're interested in studying. What you're interested in. Like this is not just about financial gain. This is about social gain. This is about... Okay, this is first cups that come out, the Two of Cups, in the presence of the Lovers. Somebody out there, you're the one. It's like they're watching now. It's like they've just seen you. It's like, whoa. Hello. How'd you get there? Like, whoa. What is all this coming out? This is serious coming into union. What did I say, too? I was talking about it. Go watch my old videos if you're watching this now and you're curious. Because in the beginning, when I started out this channel, like 2.5 months ago, I started this channel. And I kept talking about like August 15th. We are coming into union. Twin flames are coming into union. Soulmates are coming into union. Remember, soulmates aren't always people that you're romantically involved in. It's not always about sex. Sometimes it's just about like real love, like big love. somebody rough and rugged, rough and tumble, rough and scuff. Somebody who's been through shit, so they can appreciate the shit you've been through. I like this somebody is somebody who's not even looking. Oh, Emperor in reverse. Shit. Victory and triumph. So right now, like this is interesting. With the Emperor in reverse, it can be somebody who has issues with their ego, a lot of issues with their ego. Somebody who has in the past had a lot of issues with, like being in a relationship, being like who has felt the need to prove their machoism in unhealthy ways. It's a very masculine energy. Letting go of the past, and could also very well be a father that wasn't present. A father that was not present. That's the Emperor in reverse too. Because the Emperor provides. Like the Emperor is the almighty provider. He is the big daddy. You know what I'm saying? Like he is that big daddy. He is the he'll set the standards, he'll set the bars, he'll set the rules, but he's always got you. You know what I'm saying? He's like the master dad. He's like the best dad ever. That's who the Emperor is. When he comes in reverse, this is a guy who wasn't present. This is a guy who wasn't around. This is a guy whose machoism and ego got to him and made him not take responsibility for his fucking kids. Like this is a bad daddy. All right? So this story in here tells me that this is about, could have been an abusive father, could have been just a not present father. But this is about somebody who's overcome that. So this coming into union, I feel like the two of you are going to have some serious shit to talk about in terms of your past experience with your parents, maybe especially your father figure. This lack of presence of a strong male role model in your lives. Like it's the same kind of scar. In other words, this person is somebody you do the same kind of work as they do. Like you're interested in the same things. And that's probably what brings the two of you together. Is those interests. And just basically talking about shit. It's almost like a union of the mind first. Before it's the union of the body, but it's getting there. Because this is the Two of Cups it starts out as friendship. You start out as equals. It's not all like from across the room, it's hey, and you just like it there. It's somebody who's really easy to talk to, and that's why the Two of Cups can go the distance, because the two parties are so similar. Listen, I know you guys don't always want love readings. I don't do love readings. That's why I put my romance readings over on Vimeo for people who are particularly interested in those specifically. But when romance comes out, dude, when love comes out, when union comes out, I read the cards as they are. This is union. I got the Lovers is my central card, and it's followed up by the Ace of Pentacles and the Two of Cups. What do you want me to talk about? Like, there's nothing else to talk about. There's victory and success here in your passions, in your future, in your confidence, in your energy and forward motion with each other. There's a level of success that neither of you has experienced before, including the more successful of the two. See what I'm saying? Like there's something that you're going to bring out in each other, whichever role you're playing here, whether it's male, male, female, 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 male. It's your counterpart. This is definitely somebody that you're coming into union with. You're going to work with this person. I'm telling you. You're going to work with them. It's just going to work. It's going to fucking work. But both of you both of you have had issues. You're scarred from the past, from your relationship with your father. Now, I know you're saying, what about if it's my mother, Michelle? What if A, maybe this reading isn't for you. B, you could take it like that too. There's something about this parental figure that was all a fakakata. Okay? It was like they were just, I'm telling you, the Emperor Upright is the guy that you want in your corner, right? He's like the best dad ever. He is the eternal patriarch of the family. You know, he not only provides resources and materials, but also support and direction and protection. You know, he takes care of the perimeter. You know, he's got his shit together. That's the daddy of all daddies. Upside down, reversed, it's telling me you've got, and these two cards are sitting right next to each other. So the two of you have got scars from this relationship with your father. I've just been releasing a lot of energy. Oh my God, I just cast it out into the universe. You know, a lot of energy from my relationship with my father. And then this comes out. So it could be picking up on my experience. I don't intentionally read for myself though. So I just feel like this is past energy. Like experience in the past, especially with family, that honestly needed to get the fuck out. Like it was done. It was ready to be let go and released. And I like there's nothing questionable about the outcome. You have victory, you have the Six of Wands, like a homecoming, victory and success. So I feel like your person is also somebody that just belongs with you. Like but it's not just you. It's okay, so it's not just, it's success on twofold. So you finding this person and then the success that they bring into your life. I mean, this is like dreams come true. This is like here's your dreams come true by the universe. You're done. And this is what you've come back to. And it adds up, 6 and 7. It adds up to 7. It adds up to, that's the holy number. That's what God created the earth in 7 days, type of thing. You know, like not earth, but our universe in 7 days, right? On a 6th day he rested for celebration, and no, on the 7th day he rested. So this tells me this is all about creation and destiny. This is something that was meant to be coming into union now. It could pop off now. Like you could get a message coming through. You could get, I'm just saying you found each other. Like this is something that's energy. It's just like something about the two of you just discovered each other. Today, tomorrow, sometime soon. You see my little scar? Isn't she cute? That the one thing I wasn't worried about through the whole surgery was a scar. I don't give a fuck. I don't know. I just never did. And everybody kept talking to me about it. This is my brief little Michelle diatribe. Bear with me, please. The doctor I wouldn't even ask the questions, and he would be like, "Don't worry, it'll go down. It's just swelling right now. The sutures are still underneath. That's why there's bumps. It'll go down." Like everybody's like just like petting me about the scar, and I'm like, "Fucking, I don't give a fuck." Like if it looked like this for the rest of my life, I wouldn't give. Like I honestly, like it didn't even occur to me to think about the scars. The scars are just a different fabric of who I am. The scar is just like a different. It's just a different layer, a different texture of me. This is part of me now. I own this. I've been through this. I still have to think about swallowing, for God's sake. Like. There's more important things than a fucking scar, you know? My family does, this is the one thing I will watch about the scar. My family does tend to develop those, like, what is it, keltoid? It starts with a K. Very thick. We can scar very thick. I haven't done it any other place in my body, like when I got my appendix removed or even my stretch marks from my son. So I think that this will definitely go down. You know, I'm just very happy with what it is now. You know, I'm very, very happy with everything that I have now. I feel like this is a wonderful, beautiful time in my life. And it's funny because, you know, resources and, you know, jobs and all those things are still wonky, but this reading is just a affirmation of the beautiful things to come. Let's get back to your messages. Thank you for indulging me. This person, you don't know them yet. Well, no, I feel like you're just discovering each other. Isn't that interesting? But there's something about you and them that you balance each other very well. And there's financial stability. You've both been through a lot. That's what I have to say. When you meet each other, there's going to be such a level of comfort. Comfort. Not hard nipples and erect cocks. They're going to flag me for that one. But just comfort. Like, you get this person. Like, this is definitely somebody you could hit the ground running with. Like work. I'm telling you, you study the same things. You're interested in the same things. You think a very similar way. You're going to be able to, like, answer each other's sentences and, like, hand each other the papers that you need without even asking each other for that paper. Like, that's the kind of relationship that you have. You both are very passionate about the same thing. Yep. And that's how it's going to start. Work. That's how it's going to start. But you don't know them yet. This is the day you spot them. Or they spot you. Listen, you have to stand in your power and your certainty. And don't be afraid or worried, because what I'm seeing here, nobody else can get in the middle of. It's not going to be, I don't know. You're going to understand their warrior. You're going to understand why they're so defensive. You're not going to question it. You're going to understand their protectiveness, their defensiveness. You're going to understand it because the both of you have a similar experience. Yeah. Just throw your hands in the air, man. You can't control this. This is something that's fated. Throw your hands in the air. You just can't. I'm looking at it. I'm trying to figure out, like, who. I'm like, my questions in my head are probably the same as in your head. Who is this person? When? Throw your hands in the air, guys. Throw your hands in the air right now. You're not going to get that answer. At least one of you knows who. But you're not sure. I'm telling you right now. This is all you've ever wanted. one of you stands outside of this realm of work, and one of you stands firmly in it, very secure. One of you is aspiring. The other is very well established. You should have been together for like since the time you were kids. Like literally, this is somebody who you could have had 10 babies with. You should have met years ago. You didn't. Because guess what? The past doesn't exist anymore. So let's not even talk about it. Because it doesn't make any difference. Your future is right here, right now. And this is crazy. And beautiful. For anybody out there looking for an affirmation or needing a little bit of hope to keep going, this is it. I gotta say, this is the video because this is the happy ending. I feel like I want to pull some more cards, but I don't want to pull some more cards. Like, what do I want to ask? What would you guys ask? Maybe more how you meet. There's lots of competition. Right now, I feel like there's a lot of competition. How do you meet? There's lots of competition. Right now, there's a lot of tomfoolery or ridiculousness in your way. There's a lot of frivolous people standing in between the two of you. On some level, you can already feel each other. But right now, there's a lot of competition. There's a lot of people who would stand in your value, who would stand in your places with the other. There's a lot of competition and people that are getting in the way right now. Not significant. You can take these bitches out. But there's just a lot of like people messing up your path right now. Like still today. Something that's very competitive, a field that is very competitive, that could be anything though, really. I'm dead serious. Like I used to go on auditions all the time. I thought getting a corporate job would be easier, and then I started putting out resumes. It's like, no, this shit is, the competition's everywhere. It's everywhere. So it doesn't even matter, like, competition's everywhere. Oh boy. But you stand out. Something about you is going to stand out. But there's a lot of burden, man. It's hard. It's hard. This is a very competitive place. Like feel like this is. But it's something you love. It's something you love. We're talking about where or how you guys are going to meet. Coming out of confusion and out of you're coming out of your wait period. The wait is over. The confusion is over. The rest and relaxation is done. It like literally this is the supercharged super time. I mean, it's just a confirmation. This is very soon that this is all popping off. That this cup is going to be, this opportunity is coming to you very soon. But there's a lot of people where you're going to meet. There's a lot of competition, I'm telling you. But you're going to stand out. You're going to stand out. Knight of Cups. This offer is coming in soon. There's no like the confusion is over. Quickly, there's 2 sevens here. This is like destiny popping through. This is absolute, like, Jesus. Yeah, you stand out. But it gets to you. Like this person who's still striving, who's still aspiring, it's a big, it takes a lot of it takes a lot of energy for them. But this cup is going to be offered to you soon. Very, very soon. Because you're no longer confused about what you want. You no longer have any doubts. And you no longer have any time or any energy to be trifling or to be obscure. You no longer have any time for obscurity. Obscurity is over with. Like, you people see you. You just have no more time for it. You're moving on. You don't care how hard this is. You're just ready to be a part of everything that you want to be a part of. And it's in that decision that everything, the tables turn. Everything starts to go into motion. You started to make some good choices. After a period of reflection and just getting to a point where you know yourself, you're secure with yourself, you're very, very, very secure you now. It has to do with, what does that have to relate with in terms of how you meet? It had to do with the person who is still aspiring needed to come to this certainty with themselves. They needed to be ready to just move on, no matter how many burdens or how unprepared they were. If they just got sick of waiting, and they just are outwardly being vocal about who they are now. Like, this is me. I am here. Remember, I kept saying how powerful the statement is. I am here. Where are you going to meet? I don't know. It's a good question. Thank you for asking. Like where, when? I'm telling you, the time is now. That's what the cards are telling me. The time is now. This person is literally right around the corner because you have the Four of Swords in reverse. You've come out of a period of rest and a period of confusion, like it's all done. Sirens are confirming it. You can't make this shit up. And I got 444, which means angels are all over this. All over this. I got the Four of Pentacles. I got the Four of Swords in reverse. And now I have the Four. I mean, and I can't even get around. This is 100% about coming into union with somebody. Where is it going to be? Could be in a park. Could be at a wedding. Could be at somebody's wedding. Could be at a production. This could also be like a pageant or a play. Could be at a service of somebody you don't even know. Could be at church. I just gave you half a dozen places. Definitely some place where there's pageantry and it's public. Public pageantry. I swear to God, it's just like across a crowded room. You're going to know them as soon as you see them. You just are. I mean, like, bam, bitch, bam. It's going to hit you like, done. Probably shouldn't have done that with my neck, but it's going to be done. I know. Why am I not, like, more excited? Why? Because my neck is really crampy. I probably, like, if it were, like, normal Michelle. But, see, I got a tissue because I didn't want to have to just obnoxiously wipe my nose. But I do have allergies that keep running. It's not that I'm not psyched. It's that I'm not surprised. Is that, like, there's a feeling of just like, I knew all this would happen. So now I'm kind of like sitting back like, yep. That's how certain I am that this is happening. Today, tomorrow, the weekend. Happy Friday, TGIF, by the way. Some place where there's just pageantry, where there's public pageantry, a public celebration of love, of joy. Ceremony could be at somebody else's wedding, but I tell you, this is also an affirmation of wishes and dreams coming true. The two of you are ending up together. 100%. You were made for each other. Made by, in the terms of my friend, book one. Your book one. This was your book one. There was a lot of suffering and defensiveness and struggle and battles that had to do with the lack of a parent being present, a lack of a strong father in your life. This is a father figure. Lack of strong men in your life, like just lack of, yeah, like a father figure, even a grandpa, like just lack of it, or you had one and they were shitty. But that was book one. But the thing is, based on book one, the two of you became interested in very specific things and learned how to talk a specific language, and certain material was very, very important to you. It helped you, comfort you in those times of, like, what you were learning about helped comfort you in times of struggle and strife and despair. It was your sort of defensive, your shields and your weapons was this world that you could escape into, this subject matter that you were really interested in, this thing that you do. The two of you have that in common. So when you meet, you are meeting somebody who was literally made for you by creating themselves. Yeah. And you could not have met before this time in your life. There is a sense of, oh shit, man, we should have been married 12 years, like 20 years ago. We could have had 10 babies and done the grandkids. And yeah, you know what, guys? That's for your next life. The two of you will meet again. Don't worry about it. Right now, you're meeting exactly at the point in your karmic cycle that you need to meet. There could have been some sort of betrayal in love too, there could have been some sort of betrayal in love, or disappointments. Clearly, we've all been through disappointments. If you're over the age of 10, you've been disappointed in love, right? But maybe somebody was about to get married or had a long-term relationship, and it was a big disappointment. There was some sort of betrayal, some sort of third party, some sort of disappointment, there could have been a long-standing relationship between one or the other of you. One of you has been single for a very long time. Absolutely. But the other was in a sort of a karmic relationship for a while. Just kept going over and over. And now that's done. The clarity is there. That's over. And yeah, so it's funny. One of you is almost never single, and the other of you, like, single in terms of not necessarily married, but it's like one of you tends to date a lot, and the other tends to be single a lot. Okay. Let me tell you, this other person, the one that's in obscurity, it is not easy for you. to break through the crowds. There's a lot of competition. You stand out because of your presence, because of the way you fight, because of your strength. That's what makes you stand out. Because of how heavy a load you're willing to carry, how hard you work. That's what makes you stand out. The fact that you never gave up, that's what stands out. And didn't I say manifestation is all about tenacity and faith, persistence? This is what makes you stand out. Finally you've arrived, and they scoop you right up. They know it immediately. Like, holy fuck, this is the one. And she ain't going nowhere. He ain't going nowhere. You'll take some time. This relationship will take some time to settle into itself. I swear, it starts as a collaboration. It starts as working together. It starts as a friendship, which is the best kind of relationship. Because this is it. This is a card where you start out as friends. You're like mutually like connected, like your whole people. You're just, it's like you're already equal. You're both adults. I can guarantee that right now. So anybody who's trying to come at me with these big old age gap relationships, that's not this. That's not this. You're definitely both adults. One of you may take some convincing, but it's convincing that's based on your past, based on, that defensiveness of not being sure who you want to let into your camp at this point in your life. Of just being very territorial with your person and who you are. Understood? That's not going to matter. I'm telling you right now, it's not going to matter. You are getting married. I don't know if you're going to have babies. I don't see children here. But I guess it depends on where you are in your life cycle, because there is creation here. So take that as it resonates. Whoever they've met thus far is not the one. Whoever you've met thus far is not the one. I'm telling you, this is popping off today, tomorrow, very freaking soon. I would say 4 weeks out at tops, probably in the next 4 days. For who this message is for. And please do not get all up in your head, sitting here counting, waiting, who. You're not going to, it's not a search. You're not searching for where's Waldo. That's not what's happening. This is just letting the energy happen to you, just going with the flow. Literally, enjoy this reading and then forget about it. Those will be the people who bump into this person, who finally get it. Wonderful thing about it is there's also opportunity and prosperity here that's coming from this relationship. It's not just, this is a long reading. I needed to take time with it, guys. This is not just a relationship where it's founded on, just lovey-dovey. It's not just about you guys. It's what you guys are going to create together. Yes! You guys are just like the creative forces that had to come together for things to come to life. So there is birth here in your relationship. It may not be a child. It just is like things are coming. There's a lot of prosperity and abundance that comes from this collaboration. It's so freaking like now the energy comes. It's like, bam, it just hit me. Took a while, bitch. You can't make this up. It's 4444. angelic numbers, counterparts coming into union, and it being divinely protected. Just divine protection around this. And there's 4s all over this reading too. So it is just like angels have got your back. You're guarded and protected and guided. It is into this protection that this whole situation is evolving. Like, it's not something you're defended against. This is a protected union. Like, the powers that be have been orchestrating this behind the scenes for quite some time. Like, getting the two of you prepared for each other. Because of the work that you're going to do is far reaching. You know, maybe the world will never know your name. It doesn't matter. You will affect others. Like, you will bring victory and positivity and joy to places where there wasn't. To places where there were hurt and upset. And you'll be able to do this because of your unique experiences in your book 1s. Unique experiences in book 1. Wow. Get me to the church on time. I gotta tell you. You guys have been through it. That's why I know I'm dealing with adults. I'm not talking about kids here. I know that I'm dealing with adults. These are grown folk. So all you young ones, you can log off right now. You still got living to do. This is not your story. These are grown folk. Not that I don't love my young viewers. I do. I adore you. But you're still in book 1. These are definitely for people who are in book 2. They found themselves, they know themselves, they've learned themselves, they've struggled with themselves, they've built themselves brick by brick. They've got the scars to show it. They've got the ruddiness and character to show it. They've got the earth under their fingernails to show it. These are not people. These are people with lines around their eyes. These are not people. No. These are not young ones. But this is the mature voice that we need. You know what, I'm delaying it. I'm doing it on purpose. I'm doing it on purpose because 4747, once again, union. I don't want to let this reading go. I don't want to stop talking about it. I so want this to be about me. That's why I'm like doing everything I can to keep this reading going on as long as possible. But you know what? That means I gotta let it go now. I end it here and just let it be. Let the chips fall because they've already been put into place. I will see you later on for the live. Talk to you soon.